Hi, I'm John Haller, and I'm going to give you a little tip. And this is something that people do who love the individuals they work with. So if you're guilty of this, just know that means you love that individual and you want them to succeed. But I want you to make sure they get to learn the best way possible. So here's an example. The teacher's in front of the class and she says, we're going to talk about colors. And then the aide sitting next to him hits the rainbow. They touch the rainbow. So now the student only has to hit the second half.
Wow.
Well, what I want you to promise me is that you will show them the sequence, or you'll touch it and model it, or
Wow.
you'll prompt them to do it, but you won't hit half of the sequence for them, allowing them to hit the second half only.
Wow.
And it's done out of act of love or kindness, but you need to let them hit the whole sequence. You'd be better off using vocabulary builder, where you'd say, you'd go in here and you'd say vocabulary builder, and then you could say turn on, hide everything except for red. And you might be more than one color, of course, but you can do that instead. And then now they still get the opportunity to participate and hit the sequence, but
Wow.
now they're not having to learn the back half first. So it doesn't really work to learn the second half or the backwards chain of motor movement or learn an AC device by learning the second sequence first. Let me just show you why. If you hit drink, and now I'm an individual who uses a device, and now I reach up and touch, you'll see that I just said chocolate milk right
Chocolate
there.
milk.
But if I hit the rainbow for the student or the individual, now when they go forward, they hit the same location that just said chocolate milk, the same motor movement that chocolate milk now says red. So what ends up happening is no matter what you hit, the second button says something different. So that'd be very, very confusing. So it's done out of love, but don't hit half of the sequence for them. One more tiny thing, if you see a student hit something like they hit the first half, they're wanting to say something, they hit the first half and then they get distracted or they look around and now they go back to their device, you can't reward that either.
Yeah.
Once they go into access mode, they need to stay in access mode, although you give them plenty of time. If you can tell they're still looking, you're never cutting them off, but you'd like to see a nice fluid motor movement. But if they break their attention and look around, now you either need to reach in and clear the display so that they have to start over again, because otherwise it's not a unique motor plan. And really, we all learn through our motor planning. And so I hope that makes sense to you. It's out of love. So if you've been doing it, you love your students or you love the individuals you work with, but let them learn the whole sequence so they can have the best opportunity to become independent in the future. I hope that helps.